So আমি দেখতে পারি যে যখন আমি প্রথম আসতাম হরতাল ছিল, রাস্তার মধ্যে সব কিছু বন্ধ ছিল, আটকাই ফেলে গেছে সবাই ওদের নিজের বাড়ির মধ্যে। যেমন আগে দেখতাম কারেন্ট বন্ধ হতো, you would be watching TV, suddenly ওদের কারেন্ট সব কিছু বন্ধ, এইটা আর হয় না। I'm honored and privileged to be here today, and I'm really impressed with everything that I've seen. I mean, the healthcare sector is very important in the UK, and it's interesting to see the collaboration between the two. And I'm really impressed it's such a girl power room that we're in, because all week I've been here now nearly, when did we come? Friday, I think it was. In fact, arrived on Saturday. And just we've been in lots of rooms, no offence guys, with men in blue suits and ties. And to see such a colourful room, so really my heart swells with pride to see the next generation. And I feel humbled, such a lot of expertise, such a lot of brain power, girl power, intelligent people in this room, the future generations. And I'm a member of Parliament in the UK. I think you have no Parliament in this country at the moment with all the changes that have happened. So what we've seen in the last week is there anyone here from Bangla? Anyone in this room from Bangla? One person, okay. Great. I'm one of 4 British Bangladeshi MPs. So out of 650 of us, there are 4, although I think of the diaspora there's something like, hang on, I'm going to get the number wrong, I won't say it. Anyway, it's a bit underrepresented compared to what it should be, 4 out of 650. And কিন্তু আমার মা বাবা দুইজন পাবনা থেকে আসছে in the 1960s to London, Bangladeshের আগে. So my roots are here, and it's been really interesting to see the changes. I'm really interested to hear that you guys treated the victims, because these young people, and I'm impressed because it's a young country, only slightly older than me, 1971, young country, and also demographically, lots of young people. I think the median age, someone told me, is 27 years old, whereas in the UK it's going the other way. Demographically, it's an aging society, and we talked about the elderly care. That is the largest item of expenditure on any local authority. So we have the Parliament in London, in Westminster, but also all over there is the local government. So in my area, Ealing Central and Acton, there is a local council, and in Ealing and Acton, everywhere, Scotland, Manchester, Birmingham, you name it, it is the social care, adult social care is the largest item of expenditure from any local authority because it's an aging nation. So, din getting short age berajakche, there's I think the number of 85-year-olds, that thing, people didn't used to live till 85, but the percentage of those lot of people is going up. I'm here with my son, that generation, they're going to live till 100. And you will be living till 100 as well, I hope. So, it's a very important sector, and to see all the research that you're doing, all the medical expertise, I was really impressed. He's a student as well, actually, so he's been swapping stories with the girls here. And the facilities, we're impressed with the library, with all the stuff we saw in the video. But anyway, look, I don't want to talk at you. I could bore for England. I'm a politician. If I stand up and say a few words, I can go on for hours and hours. And I used to be a university lecturer before I was elected. So a politician plus lecturer is a bad combination because people can stand up and talk rubbish all day. So I'd be curious to hear from you guys if you have any questions for me or any thoughts you want to share with the bigger group about what your thoughts are about the future of Bangladesh 2.0. We have the room until 3:30, I think. So I'd be interested to hear from you. This shouldn't be one way, just people on a stage talking at you. আমি শুনতে চাই তোমরা কি মনে করো, যদি প্রশ্ন আছে আমার জন্য, I'm happy to hear. So I don't know, this one moves, does it? We can take this around the room. Let's hear from some people. So tell us in each case your name and তোমার Desh kothai, তোমার মা বাপের বাড়ি কোথায়? I'm interested to hear what geographical range we have in this room. We here in London, there's violence against Hindus in Bangladesh. So I'm very encouraged to see that, you know, it's relatively calm here. We were slightly fearing the travel advice, if you go on the British government website, is not to go to Bangladesh, only if absolutely necessary. So we took a risk coming here. So in the same way that, you know, I can see there's not loads of violence. I don't see Hindu people's houses on fire that much. I haven't seen any of that. We've moved around freely. I'm going tomorrow morning. I've been here a week. I think possibly some of the things have been exaggerated, you've been told. I mean, there is, I think in every society, racism, but I think in the UK generally we've managed to manage it much better than other countries. In France they have extreme right parties, possibly because of our electoral system that's never really been allowed to grow that much. I think, Jodi Tumi Shabdan, you know, there's no reason why you should be fearing to go in the streets of London. Next question. Come on, or comment. It doesn't have to be a question, it's not that I know the answers. If you want to say, what were you guys doing on August the 5th? Who was part of the protests? What hopes do you have for the new Bangladesh? প্রথমবার আমি আসছি 1989, তারপরে 1992, তারপরে অনেক দিন পরে each time আমি আসি। So আমি দেখতে পারি যে যখন আমি প্রথম আসতাম হরতাল ছিল, রাস্তার মধ্যে সব কিছু বন্ধ ছিল, আটকাই ফেলে গেছে সবাই ওদের নিজের বাড়ির মধ্যে। এইসব হয় না এখন। যেমন আগে দেখতাম কারেন্ট বন্ধ হতো, you would be watching TV, suddenly ওদের কারেন্ট সব কিছু বন্ধ, এইটা আর হয় না। So, you know, I'm impressed to see. So I have been 6 times, I think, in 52 years. The most recent one was very recent though. So আমি ছিলাম এখানে অগস্ট মাসে। So আমি দেখেছি আগে আর এখন পরে. So and each time it's only কয়েকদিনের জন্য. So this time, actually we flew on Friday, we arrived on Saturday, I'm going tomorrow. So each time only for a few days. But when I came in May, I did think, this doesn't feel right. It felt a little bit unhealthy, a little bit tension, something might go wrong here. Things I noticed, well no, firstly, sorry, I noticed it's very quick now to come from the airport. Expressway ওরা বানাইছে খুব চটপটে আসতে পারো এয়ারপোর্ট থেকে হোটেলে, আগে ওইটা হতো না. It used to take a long time. I was impressed to see that. I'm impressed to see you've made a metro rail, and my son is a big train fan. We've been on the metro rail, for him that's the biggest highlight of this visit. So we went, I can't remember where it was, 4 stops to Mirpur Dosh. Anyway, so these things have improved, and when I asked my cousins what happened, they said we have nuclear power now, we have all these things, but you know, shob dharde hoise, China theke, Russia theke, and this is worrying. And that was in May they were telling me this, Mama Tobon, Jaja Dubai, all these cousins I have. And as I say, I see them what, every 10 years or something? So that's impressive, you've got all this infrastructure, but then the corruption that came with it. And I've learned this word, I didn't know it before, Rajniti, I'm Durniti, I didn't need it before, but I've done so many television interviews this time, BBC, Channel R or R Television something, ITV, RTV, Channel 71, no. So all this new vocabulary I had to learn. Poriborton, oita ami jantam na age. Shortcut, this is a new level. Karan amar level hocche na ami peshab korbo. This kind of. So you know, I'm absorbing and learning such a lot in this fascinating country. I'm optimistic. I'm always optimistic. Ami asha kori je ei Bangladesh 2.0. You know, but we have democratic elections. I'm an elected politician. My job depends on the public. 75,000 people have the choice to vote for me. That's why I'm here. 4 times I've been elected. But you have no parliament at the moment. That's a little bit worrying. And you, yes, have done it. So, you know, that's but at the same time, it's kind of not sustainable to not have a parliament forever. I mean, everything is a bit contradictory, because Jodi Kuptar Horahoy, then you might just get BNP, I'm sorry, Haya, but if they're just as bad, I don't know. If it's a new BNP 2.0, that's also good. Into Jodi Duita family, Shob Shumayase, you know, that's not great. That's expected. But should you really have two families, Akjon or Baba Silo, or Akjon or Borsilo? Is that really great? And then their children are going to be the next generation? I don't think so. I would like to see you guys, the students, the new generation, make a new party, make something new. Because if it's the same old, Abdul or Abdul, you know, Jele or Derkeda, slightly different people, Jele Jache, Onorokumanush, it's not good. So, I don't know, it's not my place to start telling you what you have to do, but it was exciting to see the young people make a change. And I'd like to see those people's lives, the people you treated, the people who died, was not in vain. I'm not qualified, I'm not a nurse, I'm not in medical education. I used to teach sociology. However, thank you for your question. The other one I'm able to answer, why go to America and not... Okay, why go, yeah, what is the difference, Tofaki or America, UK?
Besides the accents.
Yes, the accent, he makes a good point. Let's face it, if I'd grown up in America, I'd be talking like him. Would you want... So, I mean, look, I don't know, I mean, it's a lot of money, number one, so you need to look at your cost-benefit analysis. What are you getting out of this? You know, even his education is costing us 10,000 a year or something for the fees alone before you get into the education, the accommodation and all that stuff. So, America, I mean, it's interesting, there'll be a Bengali diaspora wherever you go. So one additional role I do for our parliament, as well as representing my 75,000 people, as well as I serve on the committee for media. And in fact, it was because the committee for media, we had the head of the BBC who came to us, and he said, I challenge everyone to go and visit the World Service wherever they are. And I said, okay, I'll go to Bangladesh, I want to see them. And I went there yesterday. Anyway, look, earlier this year, I was in the US for their election. I do election monitoring. So Nanan Jagaitani Gesi Sharaduniare, to see that everything, Shopisu TikTok election, so I've been to Turkey, Poland, this year has been the year of elections, North Macedonia, Uzbekistan. Nobody invited me to Bangladesh, may I say. I wonder why. January, you guys have elections. Anyway, there is, where was I? Michigan, Detroit in the US. There's a whole Bangla town, Elakase, Shokor Bangali, So, I mean, I think if you're a bright student, you will thrive wherever you go. I don't want to do competition between the two, really. Look at what your finances are, look at what you want. But you can probably find a nice, should give us wherever you go.
Rupa?
I do have 75,000 people who I'm supposed to serve first. But yeah, I can see what you're saying.
Yeah,
that, you know, with technology, you shouldn't have to come there. I get exactly what your question is. It's above. We say above my pay grade. It's a but I can suggest, if you like, email me the details. Thank you.
And your parents, obviously from this area, you said, and it was important for them to teach you Bangla and for you to come back every 10 years or so. What was the connection that you kept and kept you coming back to Bangladesh and bringing your son now? And your parents are also aging. I don't know if this is too personal. What are your thoughts? Or
my parents aren't here. So my father was born in 1935. My mother, they're both gone. So we're on Nayak, but we are looking down somewhere at what we're doing now in Bangladesh 2.0. I mean, again, every household will have a different story. In our house, my parents were a bit lax. I know other houses, they, আমি জানি আরো বাঙালি householder ভিতরে নিষেধ ছিল ইংরেজি বলতে বাড়ির মধ্যে. My parents didn't do that. They were weak. We spoke to them in English, they reply back in Bengali. My friends come and see and think this is weird. Kintu amader jonno aram, karon everyone understands the other side. They can't really say anything that much, I won't know. I can't say anything that much. We had an understanding. And just, I mean, maybe not every 10 years, but it's not a regular pattern. So before that, 2017 was the gap. I came in May, but before that, 2017. So it's not really predictable, but in my old age maybe, আমার মায়া বেড়েছে দেশের জন্য, maybe that.